Over my time of powerlifting, bodybuilding, and everything in between, I have tried Anavar, Primo, MPP. Hi guys, welcome back to another training video. We are 3.5 weeks out, which sounds fucking crazy. Well, we're actually 3 weeks and 5 days out, but 3.5 weeks is basically where we're at until show day. Today we're doing a glute and hamstring focus session with a few new exercises just added in for that little bit of extra pump work. I had a check-in this morning. I also had a check-in yesterday and a check-in the day before. My coach has me checking in pretty much daily now, and we're really, really happy with where my physique is currently at. We're definitely on target, which honestly is such a nice feeling. I had a refeed on Saturday. Yeah, I had a refeed on Saturday night, and then Sunday we were back down to business. And then this week, because my physique is actually looking pretty good, we are actually going to be playing about with some different kinds of like carb ups. So right now we're adding in just 40 grams extra of carbs yesterday, 50 grams extra of carbs today, and then I will recheck in tomorrow, but I'm assuming if it goes to plan, he's probably going to add in 60 grams of extra carbs tomorrow. So this week we're kind of just trialing out what we're planning on doing with my actual carb up for my show. I am with a new coach. I'm with Tom Haynes. He is the guy that is coaching me through my wellness prep, and this is my first competition or competitive season with him. So it's new for both of us to see what we need to do in order to get a really, really good peak condition. And to be honest, it is a bit of trial and error. So the fact that I'm only doing one show and this is my only prep of the year, we do kind of want to nail it on the head as much as we can. And being in a good position, condition-wise, allows us to do that this week. So it's a really good place to be. I'm really excited. I have way too much energy for 4 weeks out. Like, honestly, I don't know where, well, it's coming from this, but I don't really know where else it's coming from. I feel great. Like, I honestly do. Like, comparing it to my previous preps, I have just enjoyed this one so much more. And the next few weeks are going to be so much fun. So we're going to go hit a glute and hamstring workout. We're going to do a few different more exercises today. I've got some straight-legged deadlifts in there as well, which I haven't done for a long time. Just really going to pump up the hamstring glute tie-in. Guys, my hamstring glute tie-in is looking fucking sick. I'm not sure if you follow me on Instagram, but I'm like, where the fuck is that coming from? So just to blow my own horn there, but I'm very happy with how that's looking from the back shot. And over the next few weeks, it's just gonna get even tighter, even crisper, and I'm so fucking excited to step on stage. I'm so buzzing, so excited. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling and let's get on with the training. So this is my check-in from this morning. I'm actually so fucking happy with my glute tie-in, and just to give a bit of perspective, this was me 4 weeks out from my figure pro debut, and this is me here 4 weeks out, or 3.5 weeks out I should say, from my wellness pro debut. So it's safe to say I'm pretty fucking psyched at the minute, but I'm very excited to step on stage. But right, let's go now train. Something that I have started doing recently is I've actually dropped my training down to every other day. Other than the days where every other day falls on me only training 3 days a week and then I train 4 days a week. So realistically, I am training every other day apart from the second week where I do train twice in a row. That's more for my energy levels and to be able to commit more to the training on that day. But it's also to do with like injury prevention, like because I'm just mainly doing lower body. I say mainly, I am just doing lower body with some upper thrown in. It's not great for me to do back-to-back sessions using the same muscle groups at 3-4 weeks out. So we have now cut it down to training 4 times a week, every other day if we can do, and it's working so much better. Like, I'm able to preserve my energy so much more, and I just feel so much better going into my session, feeling slightly refreshed, because girl is also still on 1 hour 30 of bike and 15,000 steps, so it's a lot. My slushy maker arrived. It's so good. I actually gave myself tummy ache though like 2 days ago, and really fucking bad brain freeze, like so bad. I was like running around the house like I googled it and they were like, put your tongue to the roof of your mouth to stop brain freeze. It does not work. Let me tell you now, it does not work. But the actual slushy machine is so fucking good. Highly recommend. And so much better than the Ninja Creamy, because you don't have to wait for it to do it. You have to wait like between 20 and 40 minutes depending on how much liquid you put in. But if you just put a monster in it, you have to wait like 20 minutes and then it's a slushy. It's incredible. Highly recommend for anyone who's just doing life. But if you're on prep, it's absolutely a no-brainer. Go up to 91 today maybe, and then we're gonna also do some single leg RDLs with the one legs. I really feel these. I actually saw some of the wellness girls doing them on Instagram, like on the swipe alongs, and I was like, is that kind of just one of those exercises they do for show? And I tried it, and when you actually use a heavy enough weight, you really get a really good connection and a nice stretch. Probably not the best for the hamstrings, but the fact that you hold on does take away a little bit from your erectors and like your posterior chains. So I do just add it in on this in between sets anyway, because otherwise I'm just on my phone doing nothing. So it makes sense to do it. So I feel a little bit more ratty. Currently I'm running 20 milligram of Primo every other day, and I'm on VAR, which is at 5 milligram every day now, which I'm very transparent with you guys. Like, I'm not gonna fuck about. Like, I used to tell you guys what I was running in my powerlifting prep, but no one fucking believed me. Like, I'm just a marvel, guys. I'm joking, I'm not. But I am honest with you guys. There's no point in me lying about it, and there's also no point in me lying about dosages. Like, at the end of the day, like, people have very good genetics, people work very hard, and people can react differently to PEDs. So with all those three combined, you can only take what people are on with a pinch of salt, and it's always better to do less than more. And for me, like, I know a lot of people say this and other people have different views on what femininity is, but I do value my femininity, and bodybuilding is a sport. So there are definitely levels to which I am willing to push things, but for me, I would rather place 8th, 9th, 10th and still have a large amount of my femininity than push things and not have it, or risk not having it. So that's what I'm running right now. It definitely has made me a little bit more ratty. I'm not really a massive fan of Anavar, but it did seem like the best thing to run alongside the Primo. As of right now, we've not really spoken about like 2-3 weeks out protocol. I do know sometimes like some hardening PEDs are used a little bit closer, but I'm yet to have that conversation with my coach. So when we do, I will obviously let you guys know, because it's interesting to know what other people are doing, what other people are taking. But that's what I'm on for now. I have up my clan as well, so if you see my lip fucking go in, that is why. But other than that, everything's good. I'm a little bit more irritant, but in all honesty, I don't know whether that's the PEDs or just because I'm 4 weeks out. Like, it could be a combination of just being very hungry, very tired, and the PEDs. But it's really good. Like, I don't and haven't seen any side effects of PrEP. My biggest concern for me is my voice deepening. Like, anything else, like things like hair growth, are obviously things that can be fixed very, very easily. But I was actually showing Caden the other day, like, a video of me when I was 19 years old, and like my voice actually hasn't changed since I was 19. So that for me is just something that I want to stay on top of and just make sure that that doesn't go. And it is something that you can assess and monitor as well, like especially in females, you will get more of like a scratchy, voice. Like, as you're talking, you'll start to feel it scratching a little bit more and almost becoming a little bit harder to speak. And when that happens, you kind of know that you're pushing it and your vocal cords are about to drop. So that's what we're looking out for. As of right now, we're all good. But yeah, just being transparent with you guys, and I'm not going to snap today. It's fine. We've had enough caffeine, and we're on 50 grams more of carbs. So. I also booked a trip to New York, so I'm allowing myself 3 days to go absolutely batshit wild after my comp. So going to New York with a few of my friends that are coming to Toronto with me. I'm so excited. New York has always been a place I wanted to go to, but it's never been a place I've wanted to go to just to go to New York. It's always wanted to be like as a tour of the US or jumping from somewhere close by. And honestly, Canada is like pretty much as close as you can get. So I'm so excited for that. There's gonna be a food vlog, I promise you. I promise you. about 5 minutes ago, I was like, I don't know how I got so much energy, and now I'm like, so good. Last set on here, and then we're gonna move on to some abductors. Right, abductor time. While we're on the topic, let's talk about, this is honestly one of my most frequently asked questions about PEDs. What have you taken and what's your favorite? Now again, a lot of people avoid talking about this altogether, and I completely get why. You're kind of doomed if you do and doomed if you don't. One way or another, someone's gonna have something to say, call you wrong, call you right, call you out, it's gonna happen. I've always been very transparent, literally since day one. And I have, over the years, again, I want to elaborate. When someone says that, and this isn't for everyone, some people have been on cycle or used PEDs throughout the whole time, but when I say I've used PEDs for 6 years, that does not mean I have used PEDs for 6 years. For example, the whole of 2023, I didn't touch a single PED, nothing. I was traveling, I was living my life, I was having fun. Again with 2024, it was actually midway through 2024 that I actually even started taking PEDs again. And my cycles can run anywhere from 6 weeks to 12 weeks. This prep has been a little bit longer. It'll be around 16 weeks, I think, tapering up and tapering down accordingly. But over my time of powerlifting, bodybuilding, and everything in between, I have tried Anavar, Primo, MPP. I've used Anadrol. Fucking love that shit, but I've used Anadrol for powerlifting. What have I used? I have used Superdrol for pre-powerlifting meets. I have used Winstrol. My second bodybuilding prep pro debut 4 weeks out, I used Winstrol. And I believe that is everything I have used in terms of the PED side. If something is evading my brain right now, then I apologize, but they're the things that come, those are the things that come to mind that I have used for at least one cycle, or for in terms of like Winstrol for a short period of time before a bodybuilding prep. Now, I'm not gonna say which one I like the best, because it's not up to me to determine what you guys are gonna work best with or how your body is going to respond. For example, I have friends in this gym who cannot take any single steroid because they break out from head to toe in serious acne. That's something to do with you and not something to do with everybody using that one PED. So everyone is going to respond differently to everything. What I like to go off mainly is what PEDs are the least androgenic, so what are going to cause me the least male side effects, and that to me, for a woman, is the most important thing. It's weird saying this, but getting the most bang for your buck in a steroid is the same kind of thing that you're looking for, like femininity-wise. So, hope that answers a lot of questions. Probably going to get a load of hate, but it's fine. I'm used to it. 7 years down the line, I'm used to getting it. But just a little bit of like an elaboration on it, because not enough people do talk about it, and the people that do talk about it usually dull things down or have an opinion on things. So there you go. Any more questions, ask away. The hair might be going up, guys. It's getting hot. Call it hair in a bun, getting shit done. One more, and then we're on hip thrust. My love for hip thrust has declined over the past few weeks. It's just such a hard exercise, but it doesn't really correlate because the setup of the banded squat that I do afterwards takes a lot more effort and time. However, because it's new, I'm still enjoying it. I haven't started resenting it just yet. I also love the fact that like people try and walk behind me and then realize there's a band there, and I secretly love that. I'm like, yeah, go around, bitch. We're done on there. We just gotta wait for them on that. This is where like a home gym would come in handy. It was quite funny, I don't know whether I told you, but like one of my last sessions I was just following a guy around the gym. He was literally doing all the same exercises I was, and annoyingly I was like 2 sets behind him. So I was just patiently waiting like by the machine, and I must have annoyed the fuck out of him, I swear to God. I'd have been so pissed off if it was the other way around. But yeah, I feel like round about now your own gym would be perfect. But they might be done. She's only small, we'll go scare her off. Moving on to hip thrusts. I was actually pretty strong on these the other day. I think we went up to 5 plates for 8 reps. 3-second eccentric, 1-second hold. It's actually quite good thinking back at it. We're gonna go for 4 plates today, 2 sets of 8 reps, 3-second eccentric, 1-second hold. See how that goes. If I do like 1 set and get to 5 and it feels decent, I might put the weight up. We're compromising with the box because it's gone walkabouts. So we're going to try use some plates. Might put this down one. I swear, like, getting in and out of machines is the bane of my life, especially with this. Right, let's go find some more plates. So I'm gonna hold these ones. Just gonna do 3 to 5. And I'm gonna do the 3-second eccentric and the 1-second hold. The reason why I'm doing this is because I could go a lot heavier, but at this point in prep, there's not really much point in doing that and injuring myself. So I am going lighter, adding the eccentric, adding the hold, and in essence, actually feeling it a lot more in my glutes. Because the thing with me is, I can go very, very heavy in my glutes, but there is a point where I stop connecting with my glutes and just do the movement. So I like to always kind of do a heavy set and then a back down set anyway, even in off season. But now it just makes more sense for me to do this. Like 4 plates, 5 plates is still very heavy, but I used to rep out like 7 plates a side on this for like 10 to 12. So it is a lot less for me. Felt good. Do this set, and then I'm gonna do some delts. So a few weeks back, or maybe about 8 weeks ago, I got told to start training my delts, and then I got told to stop training my delts. And now I'm kind of in the point where I enjoy training them, so I'm just gonna train them anyway. I think one thing like we've established is like, I would like to continue my wellness journey into next year, but there are just some things about the wellness look that I don't want to compromise, and some things I do want to compromise, and some things that I'll work on to get a better overall physique. But there are certain things in my physique that make me happy, and for me, I wanted to shrink my back. My back was massive. I had not trained my back in 2.5 years. Haven't touched it. Not even this prep, haven't touched it once. I wanted to shrink my back because I didn't like the width. However, I do really like that pop in the shoulders and the cap shoulders. So for me, if my feedback is that my shoulders are too big, for this prep, that's fine. Because right now, training them makes me happy. And we're only actually doing 1 exercise of shoulders every other day. So it really isn't that extreme. But obviously, it's a much smaller body part. So you know, you can target it a lot better and it can grow a lot faster if you have good genetics. But yeah, we're gonna keep them in, guys, because we enjoy it and I like looking freaky. I'm pretty sure it's my shoulders that people see first and then make a nice comment about whether I bodybuild or work out. So we wanna keep the comments rolling. was good, felt that. We're not going to go heavy than that today. That hit just right. I actually lost count. I don't know whether I did 7 or 9, but. Whew. Oh my God, I'm fucking knackered. Do you know what's funny is like, I was scrolling through photos like from a year ago, and I was like, fuck me, I was big. And this is the thing about bodybuilding that like fucks you, because you start to think that the way you look now is normal, and it's not. And it's something that like anyone who goes through prep and loses weight to a point where it's not necessarily sustainable. Like, it's not sustainable to be doing 2 hours of cardio and on 1,000 calories, like it's not. But it's something that everyone has to go through, and like it's very mentally challenging. Like, bodybuilding is a very mentally challenging sport, and a lot of people come out more fucked the other side than when they go in, which is why like the reverse of a bodybuilding prep is so fucking important. And I've never done it right. I've never done it right. So this year is my first year that I'm really gonna actually put more effort into the rebound than into the prep. But yeah, going back to that photo, I was like, fuck me, I was not necessarily out of shape, but just so much bigger. And I stopped myself from thinking that, because I was like, you know what, like to other people, that photo would have been their ideal physique. But just because that was my normal, and now this was what I wanted to achieve, that is now not acceptable to me, and it's not a good mindset to have. Something that I'm working actively on to change. But bodybuilding isn't all bikinis and routines and six packs. It's really not. Like, there's a lot that goes into it, and it's a very mentally challenging sport, and people don't talk about the other side of it enough. It can be quite dark if you let it, but we're going to work hard to really see the good in the rebound. And like I've said before and before again, we've got some fucking crazy stuff to aim for that will keep me mentally and physically strong. And yeah, next year's going to be a fun year, guys. Right, I'm going to do some shoulders and then hit another set on that. You know what I'm craving? I'm craving a chicken tender, like a crispy chicken tender with like noodles wrapped around it. Yeah, I saw someone eating it on TikTok, and I was like, that shouldn't be good, but I bet you it tastes fucking incredible. And that's what I'm craving. As well as like everything else under the sun. But that one is the main one. Right. Oh, he's so tall. Do a little quick pan. Crazy. Crazy. I love training shoulders. We'll train back one day. I feel like that's my best asset and I don't even fucking train it. That's deadlifting for you. So the next exercise requires that machine as well as this one. It's a bit of a fiddly exercise, so we're gonna go and do some abs so we're not wasting time. I don't think that guy's moving anytime soon. He's on FaceTime and I don't want to interrupt him because it's a little bit scary. So we're gonna go do abs and then come back and finish off on some more glutes. I'm gonna hit 3 sets because my glutes don't quite feel worked out enough. But yeah, we'll come back to it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Ну, по 8-10, да.
I just realised that my socks make me look like something out of Chicken Run. They do, don't they? I look like I'm from Chicken Run. It's fine. Oh, my abs. Gonna do one more set. I feel like now, I'm just training abs just to train them. You're not gonna build any muscle in these few final weeks. Just wanna try and preserve what we have. I'm really happy with my shape right now. Obviously there are things to improve for next year, but I just want to make sure that I hold on to the fullness. Obviously we're going to get flatter and fuller and flatter and fuller, but just want to try and hold on to the shape and not get too small. Next year hopefully we won't have that issue where we have to decide between running flat and being too lean or staying full and being too out of condition. But for now, we're just running through the movements. One more set on here, and then we're gonna see if that machine is free. There is a guy in there. I'm gonna try and get a photo with him. Caden was too scared to say anything. But he's super tall. I think he's actually quite famous on Instagram, social media, for being super tall. So if he's still in there, we're gonna try and get a photo with him because he looks crazy. He looks so incredible. Must be 7'5"? 7 foot, crazy tall. He looks great, so we're going to try and get a back double by with him if he's still around. So this is how you grow your abs, guys. Just I'm probably going to break my ankle 3 weeks out, so we're going to leave it there. It's not very secure, is it? Christ. few people have asked me about how I set this exercise up. I have said before, like, it's a little bit more difficult if you don't have something behind you to anchor it in, but you definitely can make it work with like a really heavy dumbbell, or essentially you could also use somebody else standing here. But realistically, I think you probably do need some kind of machine behind you. But all I use is a band and then a ratchet, and I just loop it through. I usually put this around me, otherwise I end up looping it through nothing. And then I just get a little pad, put it through just to stop it from digging in. And then it's a little bit of trial and error. Like, once you've done it a few times, this is actually easier to put on and then put it through. Once you've done it a few times, you get the hang of it, but I'll still probably adjust this a few times to make sure that it is the right resistance. We want to make sure that it goes like that. So that can be a little bit tighter, but the resistance is actually pretty good. We're going to add on another 20 each side. Last exercise. My parents are like as supportive as they can be about bodybuilding, but it's so funny. Like, I sent them a check-in this morning and they were like, "Oh, you're so skinny. Are you sure you're all right?" I was like, thanks. You know what though, like, I can't complain. Like, they really are super supportive, and like, they try to understand bodybuilding, but it's hard for like people to understand that aren't in the industry, you know? And I think the one thing that is easier for me, because I don't live with or near my family, but the one thing that's very hard is when you try and see family when you're on prep and they just don't understand like the difference between not being able to eat food that's off your plan. Like, a lot of my family and a lot of people I see are like, "Oh, well, you can have this because it's healthy." Like, that's what they'll end up saying. And they'll have like a fucking, like, I don't know, tuna bake or something on the table, and I'm like, it doesn't quite work like that. But yeah, so going back to the UK, like, it's fine because I'm literally going to be 2 weeks out, so there's going to be absolutely no temptation. But I do feel very, very sorry. Not sorry, I just sympathise with people that live and are around their family constantly who don't understand or know too much about the bodybuilding lifestyle, because it is hard. And it's even harder and slightly more frustrating trying to explain it to them when they just don't have the want or desire to understand it. So yeah, I'm very glad that I've not had to endure that this year. It's made it a lot easier. Almost that. are at. Do you know what? I just remembered that I forgot to brush my teeth this morning. I've just remembered I forgot to brush my teeth. How bad is that? I just thought, did I brush my teeth this morning? No, I didn't. Luckily, I had like 4 chewing gums because that's what prep does to you. So I'm gonna go home and brush my teeth. Oh, right, we're finished. That was a good glute, slightly ham session. I feel knackered. I can't nap. I am envious of people who can nap during the day. My body is just like, no. But I am actually getting a lot of sleep. Like currently between 6 and 7 hours, which is really good at this point in prep. So I'm not gonna fault it. Feeling very good for 3.5 weeks out. That was my glute session, guys. We've got so much coming up. We've got more posing, a few more sessions. I've got a load of UK vlogs coming up. I've got my actual show day, so much. And I'm so happy and like, honestly have found like a new passion in getting back onto YouTube. So I hope you guys are enjoying all the videos and all the series. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. And I'm gonna go have no carbs and lots of protein right now. And I will see you guys in my next video.